YouTubers, I am back with an update on Veganuary. If you're not interested in vegan or Veganuary, you can click away and go and have a lovely day with whatever you are doing. If you are interested, you can stay. It's not going to be that interesting, but I am now obviously most of the way through it. There is a little thing that breaks my heart. The sponsor page on Facebook has raised no money whatsoever. On a good side of it though, I feel happier, I feel healthier, and I don't need anybody to say I told you so, because I did get people that would be like, you're gonna feel great, and at the start I was going, no. I was saying I was looking forward to giving it a go, giving it a try, seeing how I got on, and I don't hate it, because the thing is, you can have a lot more than what you think you can have. And if you're curious about that, go onto the Veganuary page on Facebook and have a look and see what you think, because it's definitely worth having a look at. It's very helpful. It's got loads of information about different foods you didn't think were vegan, where you can eat. You can get vouchers for places you can eat, because a few of them that they listed are quite pricey. Excuse me. As I've just explained in a video before this one, I've worked a 12-hour shift yesterday. I'm still absolutely exhausted, so I'm really sorry about the yawning. But yeah, so go and check this page out. There's so many helpful tips and all sorts of things on this page, and they are brilliant. On the upside, I am feeling pretty damn good. One of the biggest problems about eating the amount of food I did, because like anybody, I'd sit there sometimes and I'd eat chocolate, but then chocolate would be followed by some crisps, and then I'd have some Coke. I would have to go to bed sometimes a lot earlier than my boyfriend, because I'd eaten so much food that when I went to bed and it sat on my stomach, I'd feel sick. And I'd either sometimes be sick, not often, this isn't a lot, or I would have to go to bed and just go to sleep, because I'd eaten so much crap, basically, of all this processed food, and just I suppose just sometimes just too much meat and stuff like that. Like my parents would have a roast, and I'd have 3 bits of meat, and then I'd probably have another 3 once I'd finished my roast, because we've always been eaters in our family. We like our food, which is not a bad thing if you like your food, but I think in healthier terms it's better, particularly from what I've been learning. Now the problem is though, I have been on a budget, so I've pretty much been almost eating the same thing, but sort of mixing it up the best I can. So I had pasta and veg one night, and then I had noodles, veg, and the vegan chicken, and then I had some chips with the vegan sausage rolls, which taste like real sausage rolls, by the way. It's so good. And then I had like vegetables and a jacket potato with the something else vegan. The vegetable cakes and stuff like that. And I had a jacket potato with beans and vegan cheese and pepper, and it's so good. It's so good, and it's actually better to me. This isn't against anybody else, but it's better than being vegetarian to me. No offense against anybody. Whatever your personal preference is completely up to you. But I tried vegetarian and I found that more boring than this. This is more fun, because there's so much that you can eat that you don't realize. And I had vegan Tiffin, and oh my god, you need to try it. So good. So good. The only problem is the fact that it's pricey, but Veganuary's page also has a discount shopping list as well. So there's so much information. And I actually, when people said vegan, I'd be like, oh right, okay, yeah. And then I'd listen to what they'd say, go home and be like, where's the steak? I was wrong. I apologise for sort of like being like, yeah, meat, it has opened my eyes to a lot of things. And my boyfriend actually said to me today when we were sat in Ask Italia, he's like, oh, so you're nearly at the end of Veganuary, you can stop being vegan. And I actually looked him dead in the face and went, I hate to say it, but I've been converted. And I have actually been converted. I wouldn't go back to meat now, unless it's sort of like a situation where we're going to go out somewhere and there's not a lot of options. So, you know, there's going to be the odd weekend when I'm going to go out and I probably will end up with some. But if I can avoid it, then I'm actually going to. I mean, he had beef ravioli today and I actually didn't want it. And I went, no, thank you. And, you know, he was going, are you sure? You know, and not being bullying, being sort of like trying to be helpful and putting it right up to my nose. And I was like, no, thank you. I mean, you know, my mouth still waters when I cook him meats. But, you know, it's just one of those things. But I actually can resist it. And, you know, I never thought that I could. I was like, this isn't going to happen. I'm going to literally finish this and be like, where's the steak? I am generally not like that. And I've really surprised myself. I just think the only thing that's going to be difficult when I go out is, I think, things having cream and cheese in. Because if he's going to take me to Italia, I'll have that calzone, you know, because it's not meat, it's dairy. And I know that the whole point of being vegan is not having dairy or meat or any animal products at all. But, you know, it's the fact that he looked a little bit heartbroken when I didn't have a meat dish. So he was like, oh, I said to him, you know, I'll just have a margarita pizza, you know, mozzarella pizza, whatever. And he was like, oh, go for a calzone, go posh. I've brought you out for dinner to celebrate your job. And I went, okay, I'll have a calzone then. You know, so yeah, I think that, you know, I've been out with one of my friends who is, I think, mostly going for vegan now as well. And she had a cheese pizza when we all went out in a big group. So, you know, I think that sometimes you're going to have to work around it for you. And I don't think that anyone should be guilty for that. I have done the whole month on it. I have literally had salivating badly for the smell of meat, but I haven't given in and I haven't had one single bit of meat at all. I have had a little bit of dairy, but then there's not always been an easy situation of not having it. So when that's been a little bit tricky, I have, and I'm happy to admit that. You know, I love cheese. I will love cheese until the day that I crawl into a corner and probably die. You know, so it's not as simple. It's been hard in places, but not as hard as I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be a huge challenge, and I was going to be like, I can't do this. I'm done. So I just checking my phone's okay, and no, I'm not. You know, I'm not. I'm really enjoying it, and he, bless him. He was like, when I said earlier on the bus, we were on the bus going into Brighton. And he was like, you know, like I said, oh, you're giving up Veganuary, and I went, nah, I think I'm converted, and he went. I was like, what? It's my choice. He went, yeah, but I'm not going to eat meat for you. And I said, you don't have to. He doesn't have to. It's up to him. And, you know, like last night, he made the vegan dish for me and he ate it with me and he said it was lovely. And it is so delicious. And, you know, it's just, oh, I could go on about this all night. You know, like I bought some sauces from Asda for 75p. It was their own sauces. I checked what was in the back of them. And, you know, there are other ways around things, and we had just the garlic and, you know, tomato one and stuff like that, just because I can't always do it from fresh. So there are ways around everything, and I can still have jam, which I love. I can still have baked beans on toast, which, you know, because of the toast you can get for vegans, and I can still have a jacket potato and beans and things like that. So, you know, it's not as hard as I thought it would be, and I'm not regretting this journey. I am loving it so far. You know, apart from the old sort of like getting a spot because I'm a typical woman, my skin is so much better. And I was running around my fit camp the other night pulling up my workout trousers, and I've never had to do it as much as I was doing it the other night. Every time we ran a lap around the hallway, I was like, God damn it, just pulling up my workout pants. And that was an amazing feeling. And I have noticed a slight difference. I mean, the weight loss is not huge at the moment because I need to get my priorities straight with money and food planning and planning what I'm going to eat and when I'm going to eat it and cooking and all sorts of things. So I'm probably going to go on a big shop at some point when I finally have been paid for my new job, which I'm really excited about. And then we'll go from exploring dishes and we'll go from there. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I am loving it, but whatever choice you want, whatever choice or decision you make on what you eat is completely up to you. I will happily sit with people that eat meat. I will happily sit with vegetarians. I will sit with pescatarians or fruitarians if fruitarians, you know, if I know anyone that's fruitarian at any point, you know, or people that, you know, whatever basically whatever food group you choose is not a problem. It is completely up to you. But this has worked for me. I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to go and buy some vitamins from Holland & Barrett, because when I walked in there the other day for £5, there was literally a bottle that said vegans across it. So I'm going to go and buy that. I have a multivit 9 tablet every morning, and I really did think I was going to be awful. But, you know, the only struggle I had was on the 4th day, and I felt really weak one day. 4th day in one day. I'm so tired. You know, and I was like, oh God, I don't feel well. And it was because I hadn't had my iron tablet. And once I'd had that and sat down, I just went ping. Unfortunately, do you know, have my energies levels changed? I haven't really noticed yet, but I think it's because I have spent most of this month sat in my big chair in my lounge, not really doing anything, unless I've gone down the gym to fit camp or I've seen friends. I'll probably notice a difference now I'm at work, particularly the fact that I had my break the other day and I had my my lunch that my friend had made for me. He made me a vegan dinner. He came round to dinner and it was really sweet of him. He did his research, bless him, and he made a sweet potato and vegan sausage pie with a vegetable stock, and it was so good. And when I had that, I literally went boom, and it was like, you know, by lunchtime I was going to crash, and after that I felt so much better. So I did notice it in that sense. I'm still getting used to having soy milk in my tea and my coffee. It's a little bit hard, but I'm still getting used to that. As I don't have sugar, I have sweetener. So, you know, there's only a few little times where I've been a bit like, oh my life. But then, you know, I have Pringles in my cupboard because some of the Pringles are vegan. You have to read which ones are on the internet, which I've done. And I take a few of them with me sometimes, and just to know you can have that makes you feel a little better, you know, because it's something that you're used to. So yeah, but yeah, I just thought I'd have a chit chat. This video might not even go up, who knows, it might sound a bit too blah, 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 and I might have to refilm it, but hopefully it will. But I am super tired. It is officially midnight, 3 minutes past. I am going to bed. So I will see you all in the next video, and thank you for listening to my rambling on being vegan. I never thought I would see the day. But yeah, anyway, it's all good. And I will talk to you soon, guys. Bye!